Hey y'all. Okay, so today for this video, I'm just gonna be talking about the Korea that I experienced. So, as I'm sure I've said before, I lived in Korea for 2 years teaching English. I think I just want to harp on the things that I really loved about Korea and the things that I miss about Korea being back home. Yeah, especially this first one, like the fruit quality there. It just leaves me speechless because it's just so freaking good. Like, I had never had fruit that fresh, that juicy, that like sweet, like, it was just so savory, and I just really miss it so much. Like, everything was good. Everything. Especially going to those little marts, like on the corners in my city. Good times, good times. I just really miss the fruit there. Even the ones here, like the best place to get it, it still just does not compare to that fruit in Korea. It just will forever hold a special place in my heart. It really will. I want to talk about transportation. I loved being able to just walk wherever I wanted to. And I also enjoyed taking the bus if I needed to get to a place that was a little further than I felt like walking that day, or it was just too far to walk. I appreciated getting on a bus and just going. The little bus cards that you can get, oh, they're so cute. You can use them for the bus and for the subway. The first time I had to take a bus to my Wednesday school, I was so scared. I did not know what was actually going on. I just had to pray to God that this was actually the right bus to take me to the school. I got on and I told the bus driver, I was like, I need to go here. And he was like, oh, okay, sit down, sit down. I was like, oh my God. And I just kept looking at him with this really scared look, like, please tell me when I need to get off. Please tell me when I need to get off. It was so bad. And he actually helped me. Oh, I thank God he helped me because, wow, I did not know what was going on. And also for the buses, at least in my city, it's best for you to be able to at least read Korean because there was no English version. They did not put anything like Romanized, nothing. It was just straight up Hangul. Like, you had to know. Those good old buses. And they just didn't care how many people were on the bus. Like, if you had to get on and it was jammed, packed, like people were literally like all up on each other, that's just how we were gonna be until you had to get off. Like, they would fit as many people in there as they could. Yeah, it was always very interesting, especially in the winters, because a lot of people didn't walk, and so the buses would just be extra packed. Extra packed. Oh man. The third thing I'm going to talk about is just the quality of food there. It was definitely just more fresh all around. Flavors were very boom. I definitely miss that. I really do. I miss the quality of food there. My beloved Haejanguk. I can't find it here, and I found out it's because it just takes so long to make. So that's why I have not found a place here that actually does it to the extent that I want. I found one place, but it's just not as good as in Korea. Obviously. Yes, I know it's for hangovers, but like that's something I can eat daily, like for lunch or dinner. Like, I don't need to be curing a hangover to eat that. Like, I will just eat that just because it's so good. This place that was by our apartment, it used to have it for like really, really cheap, and they would give you this huge bowl. Oh, and they actually like made it really spicy. We would go there when we felt like we were getting sick. And after we left, of course, everything was cleared. It was good. You know how spice does that, but yeah. I miss our little Haejanguk spots. They knew us well. The next thing I want to talk about is just how cheap in general it is to live in Korea. Like, bills are cheap, rents, you can find places that are really cheap too. I just loved how cheap it was to live there. Here, everything is just so much more expensive. That's why when you go there, it is like a really good way to save money. And there's so much to do within Korea itself. Like, there's always a lot of festivals to go to. There's always tons of things to do and see within the country. So yeah, I mean, just taking a bus or taking the subway to different places, it's not too expensive. The thing that took up most of our time and money and weekends was going to concerts. That was our stress reliever. That was our weekend getaways. That was just a way to just let go and enjoy life. I was just there at the right place at the right time because there were so many concerts those 2 years that I was there. And I'm just so grateful that I was able to go to all that I went to. I got to see Everyday 6. I got to see 2PM 6 Nights. Hello. And of course, I got to see GOT7's Eyes on You tour. So that was just an amazing, amazing, amazing time. And of course, outside of those 3 groups, we listened to some other artists too. And there was literally a concert almost every single weekend in Seoul. And I was like, oh my gosh, let's go. I love them, blah, blah, blah. So we would go because the tickets were so cheap, and there's numbers. There's like entry numbers on your cards, and that's the order that you line up in to go into the venue. There's just so many cute things in Korea as well. It's just like random cups, random slippers, random erasers, pencils, pencil bags, backpacks, like little things like that. It was just so cute to the point where I was just like, I don't actually need this, but it's so cute that I need to buy it. Like, I just need it. I just had to. I had to. Oh man. Convenience stores. Look. The way you could just pop in, get some kimbap or some rice, some seaweed. There was literally one on every single corner. So if one didn't have something, you could like walk down to the next block and see if that one had it. And you know, those little meal packs that you used to have there, they were so good. It would come with some meat and sides and a little bit of rice. It could hold you down. It could hold you down. I really miss that kimbap. The kimbap was so good. You could try all kinds of little random drinks there. The chips, you know, you gotta be careful with the chips because you never know how the flavor is actually gonna be. A lot of the times things would be so sweet and I'd be like, why? Sometimes it would work. Other times I'd be like, I can't keep eating this. I used to always stop there either before or after school because I'd be hungry. And everything was just always so cheap. And then they had like a 2-for-1 deal. Oh, man. And you knew the quality of the food was good. I do want to say the most like crucial thing that I had to do every single day living in Korea was wear a mask. I had to wear a mask every day so I didn't get a sinus infection. And sometimes I still would wear a mask and I still got a sinus infection. So that's when I knew it was really bad. Whew. I never wore masks before going to Korea. So that was also like something I did while I was living there. And then now the pandemic. So I was just like, oh, okay, so wear a mask now. That's fine. I had to wear a mask 24/7. I just want to talk about the amazing shopping they have in Korea. It's like once you find a good place that actually has your size, it's lovely. There's so many cute outfits, cute dresses, accessories, like so many cute things. And being a curvy girl, I had to like be picky about where I knew I could and couldn't shop because I was like, don't quite think that can fit me. A lot of places had expanded and more, and Forever 21 was there. So that really helped out a lot. I just want to say that the shipping speed in Korea is insane. You can buy something on a Monday and you can get it either the next day or that Wednesday during the day. And you don't pay extra for it. You just don't. Granted, I'm sure the size of the country itself plays a part in that, but I'm not actually going to get into all that. But I just really miss how easy and fast shipping was there. My best friend, I swear she literally got something sent to her in under 24 hours. I was actually the only person I knew that lost something in the mail there. Like everything would just come efficiently to you, and they would send a text message to you when things would get sent or when they would drop it off. And if you weren't home and you had to sign, they would call you and be like, oh, okay, well, we'll just come tomorrow. And they actually would come tomorrow around the same time. I just really like the fact that you didn't have to pay extra to get something shipped to you fast. Like that didn't matter. Another thing I noticed was that they followed trends as a people. I vividly remember long padding being it's like those big fluffy jackets that like go down to your ankles. I remember that being in style. All my students, especially the 6th graders, they would all come in with their long padding jacket. And then I remember I came in from the bathroom and I had my like bright light purple long padding jacket on, and they were like, oh, teacher, long padding. I was like, oh yeah. Because it was so cold and then it was windy on top of that. So I was like, I need my whole body covered. The air conditioning and heat, what is that? When it was cold, they didn't bother to turn on the heater. So I would literally be from head to toe covered, winter coat still on, like, yeah, no, I remember one time I had to wear 3 pairs of socks and my slippers because that school just did not believe in the heater. They would put it on for a little bit and then turn it off, and I'd be like, oh, Sam, it's cold. And then be like, oh, okay, I'll turn it back on. But for the most part, they actually did keep the heater on for me because they knew I was cold. The difference when you would walk out of the classroom to the hallway, when you went to the bathroom, you had to wear your winter coat because like it was ridiculously cold. Like, oh my God. I don't think I've never experienced a winter like that in my life. I would literally be walking to the bus stop like, because I didn't want to fall. Oh my God. And they didn't put sand on the ground. Oh, those winters. Oh, shivers. I can't do that cold. I really can't. It's too much. It's too much for me. I forgot to add to this video was cafes. Like, I freaking miss going to cafes. I miss going there when I'm bored. I miss going there when I just want some nice tea or some coffee. Yeah, just sitting there and like vibing out and chilling and writing and just meeting up people. I just really miss that whole cafe culture life. It was great. So that's what I mainly wanted to talk about for my experience in Korea. It was a really interesting and time of growth for me over there in Korea. Yeah. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna say bye. Peace.